Right, Ian, before we go into today's game, let's just recap for the supporters on the Leamington game, where, you know, I had to chase off and we never done the interview. We lost 3-0, we never come out of the blocks, they started. What did you make of that game?
It's just slow started, say, with 20 minutes and 3-0 down, concentration, stood off them a little bit too much. We'll probably give them a little bit of respect, but we haven't really handed out much this year. You know, we took a step back. Instead of pressing the ball and getting forward and putting them on the back foot, we sort of conceded a bit of space. Our usual sort of concentration lapse, not picking up the second player as the second ball goes back in. And, you know, against good sides like that, it's a mistake on the edge of your box or in their half, and you know, and it usually ends up with a shot on target or a delivery into the box, and say 3-0 down, game over. But for the next hour, we more than matched them. We got behind it. You know, we can't keep chasing games and matching teams up like that. But it was a really good base then to take into training this week. Sort of tweak the formation and the way we play a little bit, and use that as a reminder of what would happen if we don't switch on. That's what that's for. It's a memory in the locker now for
yeah, it is. And you know, when I looked at the pitch from a distance, I thought it was a nice big pitch that suit us, and we'd be able to get the ball down and play. But you know, I was over the far side and a ball came to Louis, and it just came to him and nearly bopped over his head when he went he went to control it. So you know, it didn't encourage passing football.
No, it's a nice setup. It was just a little bit long, the grass.
Yeah, it was bobbly as well. But you know, it's the same for both sides. But you know, this game, and I did put it in the programme, this game reminded me last year against Slough, where you know, we come up a very well organised side, a big side, physical, who know what they're doing. And you know, someone said to me, you know, we've got one really good strong player in our team, which is Ollie. Right? They had 8 or 9. They were all strong and wanted to tackle and really wanted to get into it. And you know, we haven't got that. So you know, even though we went 3-0 down, we played quite well second half. Could have had a goal, could have got something out of it. But never mind, we move on, and we never conceded our position of third. Second, we went to third in the table, and now we get on today against a very good Barwell side. I thought.
I thought they were one of the best sides we've played.
So do I.
For everything, really. I mean, I thought Leamington was strong, but I thought this side played more football and tried to play sort of better individuals. And I just thought they were, for a team of just non-stop hard work. Yeah, non-stop. They showed us what, if we can match teams' effort, we'll go. You know,
well, the score ended up 2-2, and you know, before I got here, I would have took a draw because I knew they were going to be a good side. 1-0 up at half time. I would have took a win. But you know, you played the new system, starting off 3 at the back.
Yeah.
I thought it went quite well. Good for that.
No, it's pleasing. We were focusing on both sessions this week. I was just working with the back 3, touching on the wing backs and the midfield and forwards, but mainly focused on the back 3, and we'll be doing it again this week and next week. You know, and you know, I said to them, it's not like a formation that we'll play now. It's something that we tried today. We'll keep working on it because we need to have a bit of versatility. You know, people are figuring out our strengths quickly and our better players and nullifying them. So, if we got 2 or 3 systems that we can play quite well, then we can change it at any given time, like we did today.
Well, you can adjust within that system.
Yeah, we can adjust it while keeping the way, you know, the style of football we want to play. I mean, people see 3-5-2 as quite a negative defensive lineup, and for 43 minutes our concentration was brilliant. But it also showed what a good counter-attacking formation it can be, and spring teams, and we looked dangerous when we got the ball forward, especially on this right hand side.
Yeah, we had a lot of it in the first half on the right hand side, and you know, we did get a goal. I thought Ben turned, and I think he was waiting for the whistle to go, and he didn't hit it very hard. But you know, and I thought we was in total control. I can't remember them having many chances, if any, in the first half. So we come out again, the good old St Neots town, which we do. We're slow again out of the block second half.
If I'd wrote down at half time of what I said and handed it to you before we went out, you wouldn't have believed what happened. It just said to them, completely, our concentration up to 43 minutes was magnificent, and then we stepped off a bit and had a couple of corners, and the 7 had a shot that was blocked. So we revisited that at half time and said, like, this is what happens if the player that will get in behind us is the 7. don't give him too much of a space in between the full-back and the centre-half, or the wing-back and the centre-half, and focus on the second ball that goes away and where your man is. So what happens, the ball goes away, we switch off, it gets put in behind us, straight to the 7 in between, goal. And it's us, sort of, I don't know, we were talking in there, we've got a few ideas that we're going to do, but we bring them out a little bit earlier before half-time, and a bit of quick feet, I don't know, a little bit of a warm-up again, get them back into like the situ, and then try that. That's down to us as coaches as well to lift them. But I mean, like, it's overall, considering we've had 2 sessions trying a different formation, I thought they coped quite well today.
Yeah, they
against a very good side.
Yeah, and I thought we looked good, and the 7 was always a threat. He was a threat in the first quarter of an hour where we broke down that right hand side, and he was always going to be a threat. Don't know who he was, but he's a good player.
No, he's a good player.
But they were a side, I thought, who could play football when they wanted. They could play a physical game when they wanted.
Could they?
They certainly know how to mouth the referee when they wanted. They certainly know how to crowd him. But I suppose that's football, and they're the first team I've seen who, I think they had a bit of everything in their locker.
They did. I mean, and I'll be honest, to give them the due, the bench was fantastic. They had some good banter. There was no malice in it. I got a little bit irate a couple of times. The ref decision on booking Addy for a nothing tackle when he's let 2 high-footed tackles go. Yeah. But that was, I think, I'll go out and pray a little bit with him then. But their bench were fantastic, and they're a really nice bunch of lads, and they were really fair, which is one of the first we've come up against this season.
Yeah, well, I think so.
And they got out of that well they deserved today, I think. I thought so did we. I think possession-wise and chances, we deserved probably a little bit more out of that, but the tenacity they showed. It's a good list. Again, first season in the league, we can now go back to these games and we can say, remember this team, how they did it, what they did to do well, and we just need to learn from
I was just saying to Adam before we went on air that, I have no doubt whatsoever that we're going to be stronger in the second half. We're going to see these teams, exactly what you said, we're going to go back to them, and I still haven't seen any team to scare us, and I do believe second half of the season, we're going to do better than we probably done first. That's what I feel we're going to do. Results again today have sort of gone our way. The teams that had to travel down to Devon all got called off, so unfortunately they have to go midweek, and that's well, it's not funny, but it is all right then. Never mind. They got to go down there, so I'd rather them go down there midweek than go down on a Saturday. So they got to go down there. Hemel got beat, St Albans got beat, Stourbridge drew, we drew, so we're still third.
And that's I mean, from our point of view as well, how many of the top, we've played all the top sides now, more or less.
Yes.
And we've definitely got a better win to lose ratio. I think we've lost to Stourbridge.
No, we lost to Leamington, that's it.
Leamington, and that's it, and we've beaten Stourbridge, we've beat St Albans, we've beat Hemel.
Yeah.
We drew with Barwell. That's what
and that's what gives me encouragement for the second half of the season, because we played a lot. Cambridge are going to be a threat because they're just going to run on 5 wins.
They'll be thereabouts.
So I think they're a good side anyway. So they'll be there. But our first, as I said in the programme, our first target is to avoid relegation. So that's another point towards that. Then we're going to try and get into halfway, and I think if we're in this playoff or in the top 6 or 8 by Christmas, and we're not far off, if we can achieve that would be a tremendous achievement for our football club, because this is a very, very good league.
We're coming up against some good sides now.
And whether whether you're successful in the league or you're mid-table, it should still be enjoyable for us and our supporters to be able for St Neots Town to be in a level like we are in this league. And last year was a bit of an odd league, and we won that, but this year every game, here we are again, we're going down to Olsey next Saturday, the week after I think we're going to Chippenham, I think it is. Then we've got big games coming up with Bedford away at Christmas, and then Cambridge City here. They just roll on and on. And Chesham here on the 22nd December. Every week you look and see who we got, and they're all big games.
No, it's good.
And we've got our feet firmly on the ground. We're working at our side. I know he'll love me saying this, but it's the truth, and he's not getting any more money because he's under contract. Is that Dan Jacobs makes a difference to us. He gives us that little bit extra.
He does. He gives us it going both ways.
He does as well.
I mean, there were some good performances. I mean, you can't really pick. anyone out of that today. Everyone put a shift in there.
Yeah,
today.
they did. Yeah,
it was a battle out there today, and everyone. I mean, if there's I think Louis again, showed us what he can do.
Yeah, Louis. I thought Louis played. I thought they all played. Well, yeah, you can't pick anyone out.
If I'm going to edge someone and say Louis, but the top two worked tirelessly hard today.
Yeah,
created more chances today for themselves than they have done.
They did. They were up it. They were.
They wanted it
in their own little way, sort of aggressive. And worked at it.
They're clever, aren't they? Get under people's skin. So
I really feel sorry for Ollie because it's 10 bookings now, and he's that sort of player, and you can't change him. And
no, I did try before the game, but
you can't. He's our anchor man, and he's not vindictive. He's not vicious. He's just a hard player, and he doesn't mind being tackled.
His sort of game, mate, today, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that was his sort of game, and he had a lot of tackles, and he was getting tackled a lot, and they knew who to pick out. They picked him out. And try to upset him. So they maybe knew him from last year when he played with Bedford. But all in all, 2-2 draw. I think we deserved the draw. Yeah, I'm not going to say we deserve.
I think at least. I mean, if Steph's had nestled in the corner in the last sort of minute, which I thought was in, then obviously would have felt as if we would have pinched it a bit because we give away a couple of cheap goals from concentration, but we have to work so hard to get ourselves in games, and we can't keep doing that. We can't keep shifting cheap goals and then having to graft that hard because you physically can't do it.
No, we do make things very, very hard for ourselves.
They were less today. The time that we switched off, we literally 45 minutes to 49 minutes we were switched off. We let 2 goals in, but then after that we were back on our game, and it's commendable. The lads done well for that. I said to them in there. They need to focus on that, and I'll work on the other bits.
Yeah, and it's not a lot of focus on, is it? To be honest with you, it's not about quality and not being good enough.
A bit of fitness, looking after yourself when you're not with me, and concentration. It all comes together.
Yeah, so that's why we're comfortable. So we move on to Olsey next week, sort of a local derby down at their place, which should be a good game for us. We're going down there, and don't forget, everybody, we've got the club Christmas dinner, or Christmas Christmas party next Saturday. After the Olsey game here, everything's free. We'll all be up here so we can celebrate that we're what we're doing this season, because that's what people need to do. We need to be happy with the progression this club's making, and I'm very proud of it. And gone are the days where you come down there and everybody says to me, "Oh, why didn't we win today? Why didn't we do that?" Because my answer is, we're in a very competitive league and it's an enjoyable league.
I mean, well, the crowd today were great again. I didn't mention this the other week, but Stourbridge, we mentioned it once maybe, but they were. I heard them non-stop at Stourbridge.
Leamington.
Last week at Leamington.
That's because I was behind the goal with Bunnage.
Fantastic, just non-stop singing, and getting behind the lads. And if we can keep encouraging the lads, that our low confidence players will lift them, we'll get better.
Well, that's what we want. And we've released the scarf today, the new scarf. Where is it? It's here. So everybody get out there and buy a scarf, please. It's only £8. And the club doesn't make any money on merchandise at all, but our objective is to get everybody wearing something at town, merchandise, scarves, hats. The hats will be here next week, and
raincoats.
Raincoat, whatever you want. It makes a difference. I want to get more banners up right the way along behind these 2 goals and really make this look really good. I might even have to do it myself, but if anyone who wants to start getting
sponsorship in there,
get banners or make up some flags or whatever you want to do, put what you like up there. Just make it good, because actually at Leamington last week, behind their goal, they had these massive big flags and they looked really good. It looked cool. It looked like I was going to out to Turin or something, and look at some of their stadiums I've been to, and that's what I want at this stadium. And people in their coats and their hats and their scarves, and everybody supporting, because it gives everyone a lift, and it makes a big difference to us, doesn't it?
Yeah,
definitely. Big difference.
It helps the lads. I mean, that's helped us chase the game a bit and get back in it. Every time we went forward, they were roaring. So it does help.
Our fans are fantastic. And, I had the pleasure of standing behind in the rabble last week, and the banter's funny. The crowd, the fans are good. We're very hospitable away, actually, and at home. So we're a great bunch, win or lose. So well done today. You know, I'm not even being disappointed, far from it. I think it's a good performance against a very, very good side.
Hard-fought point, that.
And a hard-fought point. And, you know, again, you come off and you see all the results of all up and down, in and out, and we're still third. So, well done, Ian. Let's move on to Saturday. Cheers.